Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chizi Adiola. So now that this whole ENDSARS debacle has sort of died down, I want to just have this really quick conversation with you guys on what was good, what was bad, what was ugly, like what worked, what didn't, because you see the battle is still on, we still have to press for our demand. So it's important to know where we made mistakes, as we go forward into ensuring that we follow through on our demands. Okay, so what is good is that number one, Nigerian government has definitely been put on their toes. They definitely know that time's up, Nigerians are angry, and in spite of all the chaos, I believe we'll rise from the ashes. Nigerian government knows that they are getting their last card very soon, so we shocked them, and that was really good. Number two is that even I am so shocked that we can organize like this. Almost to all the people like Feminist Government who really, made effort, I would say good job, man. We organized in such an amazing way, and I think that's something that we can take going in to 2023. Another thing is that don't play with Nigerian diaspora. Diaspora don't play, man. They're like Vikings. Just once you blow your horn, they're there. It's amazing to realize that, there is this saying by Nkrumah that you are not just born in Nigeria. Nigeria was born in you. And it seems so true because everywhere it seems like the diaspora just stood up immediately and started, repping. And that's super amazing. Another thing that really was beautiful was the way we all came together. They tried to use tribe to divide us. That didn't work. They tried to use IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra parole to, divide us. That didn't work. It was so amazing how, we all came together irrespective of our tribe, and that was so beautiful to see, So now let's get to what was bad about the protest. We became very toxic on social media. It seems like, everybody now needs to be careful what they say because you could be attacked. Banky W is someone that has always been for us. Banky W has always been on the right side. But just because Banky W suggested let's wear green, white, and green, the way we attacked him, in fact, we said this is not about you, don't center yourself. We were so toxic. The Omotala Jelade made a little mistake, or maybe she said something we didn't understand the context she was coming from. We attacked her as well, so at some point I would say the protest became really, really toxic. Really, really, really toxic. Another thing that was bad was the fact that it was also a good thing, but it was also a bad thing, the fact that there was no leader. We were not paying attention to anybody. So at the end of the day, it was really, really difficult to know when to step back. I actually did feel that at some point the protest needed to have halted. In fact, on the 19th of October, shortly before the massacre, I sent out a tweet which said it's time to put forward a clear condition to bring an end to the ENDSARS protest. Some of the items listed in the 5 to 5 may be medium to long term. What action must the government take right now for all protests to be halted? I also went on to say that we cannot protest indefinitely. People will burn out. If the government gets the protest to fizzle out away with thugs and intimidation, they win. But if we can play our card now and demand a strong condition to exit the streets, we win. That was my take at the time, and this was even before the Lekki massacre. I was thinking that this protest don't too drag, or we'll make we come out for streets before things get ugly. And I felt we should have, but of course difference of opinion. Some people actually did feel that the protest should continue because you can never really trust the government, that every day we stay on the streets the government makes a new concession. I was of the opinion that it was time to withdraw. So different opinions, but in my opinion, I feel we should have left earlier. Another thing that was an issue was that Nigerians started making mouths even when they've not won the battle. You see that whole Soriseke generation, don't play with our generation. You messed with the wrong generation. I think we were bragging too early. Calm down. We have not even won the battle and you're already, puffing yourself up. Besides, this is not the first generation. A lot of people born in 1999 probably think this is the only riot or the only struggle that Nigeria has ever had. There has been many struggles, against the military. The generation before us gave us independence and gave us a democratic rule, even though the democratic rule has KDEC. And before democratic rule, we got independence from 2 generations ago. So everybody fighting has been going on, you know. I think it was a bit premature to praise ourselves because we had not even experienced any challenge. Look at what happened after the Lekki massacre. Everybody is now talking about going to Canada and Xing out and all of that, you know. So I thought it was a bit too premature to make mouth. At some point, I had to specifically say that this is not a battle. This is not a battle between an old and a new generation. This is a battle to end SARS. So now let's move to what was really ugly about the protest. For me, what was ugly about the protest is about Kilo Day. Why were we holding the wrong people accountable? Why was Beyonce trending #1? What was it about Diddy? Why do we keep calling on celebrities to save us? Celebrities don't have superpower. So I felt it's so ugly for us to keep going on celebrities to come and save us. Going on celebrities, yeah, it is not by force. And Beyonce is not our president. So I really did not understand why we were wasting so much time calling on Beyonce. Beyonce is not your first lady. Beyonce is not even, no, I didn't even hear any first lady. All the first ladies, all the minister's wife, all of a sudden, crickets. These women that know how to hold meetings and drink bottled water are suddenly quiet. They suddenly disappeared. So I feel like we were holding on to the wrong people. We were calling the wrong people. You know, and you see this whole idea of calling the US and America to slap sanctions. Leave those countries alone. Let me tell you, many Western countries will be very happy to see Nigeria disintegrate into pieces so that they can come and fight for our oil. Yes, and our gold. They are not interested in your welfare. Many of them pretend. All of them will now come and drop a statement and say we stand with the people of Nigeria. Have they finished standing with the people of Libya? They say the problem with Libya was Gaddafi. Oh yeah, Gaddafi is dead. Why are they still fighting? So many of these Western countries have all their, you know, equipment and their armed forces around Congo. But look at what is happening in Congo. Congo is bleeding. If you look very well at what is going on in Cameroon, a Western country has their hands in it. Leave these countries alone. They don't care about you, all right? We are the ones. It's our battle. We need to fight our own battle. All these countries that we are calling and, you know, Western pressure or international disgrace is good, but don't expect them to come and save you because the truth is they don't care. They don't care, and even if they come to save you, they're coming to do it for their own selfish reasons. So get over it. Stop calling celebrities and stop with all this white savior mentality and slave mentality type nonsense. No, we are the ones to save ourselves, okay? I guess what was really the most ugly thing about this entire protest was watching people die. You know, that day during the Lekki massacre, it seems like the president had a meeting with the minister, and a few hours after the meeting, there was gunshots everywhere. Apart from the Lekki massacre, which was very tragic, by the way, so many deaths across Nigeria, so many deaths on social media. You know, there were so many people that got shot and that were left to die across the country. That was so painful. That was so ugly to watch. And you know, I just really do hope for that, for the sake of those who died, that we will be able to make something. We will be able to achieve something from this campaign so that their deaths will not be in vain, you know. So I think that was the ugliest thing about this entire campaign. So thank you guys for watching. I just summarized what was good, what was bad, and what was ugly. So as we fight on and forge ahead, you know, I